This is the Sukanen Ship Pioneer Village Museum, and it's primarily an education museum. We don't have anything shiny, glossy. We have the down-to-earth tools that people used, and you'll hear people saying, "Oh, I remember Dad had that," and "Oh, yeah, Mom used them." And we used to do that when we churned butter, or Mom did this while she was washing. And if you ever came through here, you'd see how much work there is to it. The people that come to visit, well, they're ex-pioneers and children of pioneers. And they want to see, you know, what did Mom and Dad really have to put up with? I was brought up on a farm, and I come here, I can't keep myself away from it, because it's a farm in itself as far as I'm concerned. We have 7 acres back there which we use just like a farm. It's just a big memory to me. It's you know, it takes me back 40, 50 years easily. If you check our site, you'll see we have special days through the summer, but its busiest time is during threshing bee. We have a teacher come in, and he'll talk to different people, and mostly it's not kids, it's the people that went here, to school, attended school here. They still like the feeling of coming in and having somebody up front, saying, "You sit down," or saying, Canada, and saying, "Okay, now we'll start geography today," or something like that. The equipment, as you can see, is ancient. The sign says 1892, and it was donated from Gravelburg. The Gravelburg Star used to use it. So we've had it since 1970, and we call it the Gazette. This, of course, is a different type of press. It's a linotype, and it wasn't that as old as that one there, but it's still quite old, 1915. That humongous machine with electrical wires hanging down, that's a curling machine. I don't know how the women ever trusted a machine like that to be used on their head. Right now we're in Fred's barbershop, and everybody knew Fred, and finally he retired, and he donated this to us, and we were quite proud to get it. This store is so full of memories for people when they come here. You hear all the time, "Oh, I remember Dad having one of these," or something like that. And you look, say, "Oh yeah, it's been there for quite a while," for us. But this is, it is very interesting. This Sukanen ship, this belongs to Tom Sukanen. Tom was born in 1878, and he migrated from Finland to Minnesota, came to Canada in 1911, and he was a pioneer down here in McCrory district, and he was a real gentleman. He didn't push his way into anything, and he was an inventor and a good farmer. And he had hoped to bring a lot of Finns down here. It was Tom's idea to build this ship, and he liked Canada. And he wanted to sail it home to Finland, pick up a bunch of his friends, and bring them back to Canada. And he thought, over the years he would do this several times. And he would have his friends around him. And this was in the McCrory district in Saskatchewan. he started in 1928, and of course, you know, being a farmer, you couldn't just go out and build a boat in 1 or 2 days. So 1928, and he'd already been in Canada since 1911, so 1928 was about time he thought that he should have this boat built. He was 250 pounds approximately, 6'2", and he worked hard, and he didn't eat enough. He was determined to do this, and he dropped all the way down to, I think it was said someplace 96 pounds or something like that. So the people figured he wasn't all there, and they convinced the RCMP in the early 1943 to put him in the asylum in North Battleford. So they committed him to the asylum, and he only lived a couple of weeks, and old Tom just faded away and died in 1943.
Well, we remember Tom for the fact that he decided he was going to do something and proceeded to do it. It just unfortunately he got sick and wasn't able to finish. And as far as the village, it reminds people what our forefathers did and what kind of hardships they put up with.